Hey all, welcome back to another Mini-Sode, where today we delve back into the digital adventures of your friendly neighborhood webhead with Spider-Man 2. Based on the film of the same name, the plot is for the most part the same, with Peter Parker juggling both his normal life, along with being Spider-Man, having to face Dr. Octopus this time. But with any film-to-game tie-in, there's some extra story thrown in involving some of Spidey's greatest foes, like Shocker, Mysterio, and Rhino.
Just try to break through my armor. I'm gonna break your bones and make you cry for your mama.
Rhino, I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're strong but dumb.
Even Black Cat jumps in for good measure.
You got nice moves for a dork in tights.
There really isn't much to say after that. Spider-Man 2, the film, had a good story, and this one is just as good.
Wait.
Spider-Man 2 is known mostly for its gameplay, and for good reason. Instead of a linear, level-based design, the islands of Manhattan, Roosevelt, Ellis, and Liberty are open and free to roam around. You have your story missions to complete in order to progress the narrative, but in order to actually play those, Spidey must collect hero points. These can be gained by completing various side missions like races, delivering pizzas, and helping civilians in need, such as stopping bank robberies, helping police, saving people from falling off buildings, and retrieving balloons for kids. And yes, everyone is right. This one's annoying. Not only do the hero points unlock the story missions, but they're also your currency to buy upgrades for jumping, web slinging, and combat, like new combos and stronger webbing. Speaking of combat, you can pull off a mix of punch and kick combos mixed in with webbing foes, along with your spider reflexes, which is Spidey's slow-mo mode that increases his damage. And of course, it wouldn't be an open world game without collectibles, and there's quite a few scattered across the city. While it's nice to have tons of random civilians to help, after a while it tends to get a little boring doing the same 3 or 4 civilian tasks, especially those damn balloons, but that's a minor gripe that doesn't outweigh the positives. Besides, controlling Spider-Man is one of the coolest things in gaming. You have 2 methods of web slinging: manual mode, where you have more control over your speed and direction, and easy mode, where you just shoot and swing without worry. Either one you use is pretty fun, as the smooth web slinging mixed with acrobatic styled combat is a blast, so much so that I ended up just swinging around Manhattan for a while and ignored the story. Treyarch really nailed the feeling of being Spider-Man, something that hasn't been duplicated very well since the release of this game.
Great. Finally, maybe I can still make it before the end.
Visually, Spider-Man 2 still looks pretty good today in my opinion. Treyarch did a great job of digitally capturing the look of the New York islands, complete with cars and people littering the busy streets. Character models look pretty close to their actor counterparts, and the ones that weren't in the movie are given a design that feels like they were.
Class, I was on my way, but...
Peter, I don't want to hear excuses. You have a keen scientific mind, but your grades are slipping. You miss class half the time, and when you do show up, you're asleep in your seat.
As far as audio goes, the music does an alright job with more techno-style beats than orchestral music, but there's a fair share of that as well. But that pizza theme, though, now that's gravy.
Hey. That's it for the pizza. Now to get back and return the bag.
With voiceover, most of the film's cast reprise their roles and do a pretty good job, such as Alfred Molina as Doc Ock,
It's good to see you again. Otto, your guests are here.
Harry?
Otto, Rose, let me introduce my good friend, Peter Parker.
It's a huge honor to meet you.
Parker? My friend Dr. Connors told me about a brilliant student of his named Parker, who can't seem to stay awake in class.
I'm sure Kurt has beaten him up enough already, Otto.
You're right, of course. This is my wife, Rosie, without whom I would be lost.
Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane,
Sorry, I'm running a little late, MJ.
I've gotten used to it.
It was great seeing you and Harry again the other night.
Yeah. Anyway,
I brought you the ticket from my play.
And Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man, and this time, he sounds like he's awake.
A guy.
Oh. Really? Huh. Really?
Is that all you have to say?
Oh my gosh. I have to go.
Of course you do.
I'm really sorry, MJ. I really want to talk more. I'll call you.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Spider-Man 2 is one of the most beloved and successful superhero games of all time. It helped change the way the genre is perceived today. Plus, it's fun and slightly therapeutic to swing around New York without a care in the world. Also, it's pretty cheap to pick up as well. A year later, Treyarch would work their Spider-Man magic again with an entry based on Spidey's Ultimate comic book series, but we'll check that one out later to see if the magic's still in the bottle. For now, this is the Dolly Popka. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Couldn't resist. I don't like people building a career off bad-mouthing me, Beck.
What about that newspaper man, Jameson?
JJ? He just has a knack for hiring good photographers.